All right.
We don't need any of that newfangled technology.
We are live. Welcome, everybody. I'm Christy. These are my friends. We're about to play Sashimi Kitties, which is a lasers and feelings hack. If you watched Oh Dang, Bigfoot Stole My Car with my friend's birthday presents inside last night, a lot of this might be familiar because that is also a lasers and feelings hack. The gist of Sashimi Kitties is that you are all kitties who love to hang out at the local feral kitty colony. All of you are huge fans of the hit weekly reality TV show Crazy Aquariums, where two experts set up a fancy fish tank in a home of someone rich and famous. All of you were very excited to see that the last episode of this show took place locally. When you get together to discuss this latest aquarium with your friends, you all agree that such a gourmet opportunity is not to be wasted. You are going to relieve this mansion of its fishes. The game tells the epic story. Do you succeed? And how do you pull off the ultimate dine and dash? Go around, introduce yourself and your kitty. Go ahead and just kind of run down your general player characteristics. We'll start with Nate because he's next to me.
All right. I am Prince Edward T. Scratchy III. I'm born from royalty, or at least that's what my human mom tells me.
Aww.
I am slightly sassier than I am charming.
Okay.
I am an orange mackerel tabby, short hair, because I rolled for all those things.
Perfect.
What else do you need to know? Because I rolled for all those.
Perfect. What is your total number, like, out of your
4?
4, okay. Perfect. I think that's good for you. Next up.
Okay.
Grayscale.
I am Grayscale. I am a short-haired gray with socks who was a stray who was adopted by the local farmers market / outdoor market, and I'm a charmer who is coming in at a 2.
All right. Zach, muted.
Do not like this headset where I cannot tell immediately if I'm muted or not. You hear me now, though, right?
Yes.
All right. I am playing Laszlo Daytona, a food-motivated inventor and just a average normal kitten. I am a long-haired tuxedo kitten.
Beautiful.
And my number is 3. I am slightly more charming than I am sassy.
All right. And last but not least, Feline Dion.
Yes. I am Feline Dion. I am an aloof loaf who is from the local army surplus store.
Ooh.
I am orange with no patterns.
Okay.
I have long hair and
Beautiful.
1 blue, 1 yellow, and I am sassy with a 5.
Ooh. All right. So we have two more sassy. Greg is more charming, and Zach, you're kind of in the middle, but slightly more sassy than charming.
No, I'm slightly more charming than sassy.
Oh, because you're a 3.
Yes.
Okay. Got you.
Because I'm good at figuring out human things.
I see. Okay. All right. So, do you guys kind of understand the conceit of the game as far as like how turns work? You've all read the character sheet. So when you're doing something risky, you'll roll 1d6 to find out how it goes. You roll plus another d6 if you're prepared, and plus 1 more d6 if you are an expert in that thing. I will decide how many dice you roll. If you're using sass, you want to roll under your number. If you're rolling charm, you want to roll over your number. If none of you succeed, it goes wrong. I add a complication. If one succeeds, you barely make it. The deeds get done, but there's a cost. If 2 dice succeed, you did good. And if 3 dice succeed, it is a critical success. If you roll your number exactly, you get Sassy Charm. Your feline intuition kicks in, and the GM gives you special insight into what's happening. If you want to help someone, you can help someone else take a risk, state how you do it. If you succeed, you can give them an extra 1d6 to their roll. Because cats have 9 lives and always land on their feet in a life or death situation, once per game, you can change a die to make a failure into a barely succeeds. You only get 1 grace point, so make it count since cats always land on their feet. All right. So, where do you guys all hang out? Do you hang out at the feral cat colony? Do you have a usual kitty cat hangout? Where are you at?
We probably all met up at the local feral cat colony. It's kind of, I would bet that it's somewhere close to the market.
Okay. So you have watched this show, and because you are cats, you are really only interested in the part of the show in which the aquarium fish show up. So you know this house is in town. You don't know whose house it is, but you know that the house is in town and it's a pretty big house. So you have a good idea of which house it is, but you don't know a whole lot of the human element of things. So are you guys just going to head directly to this house? Is there any sort of preparation you want to do before? You've already decided as a group that this is a thing that you're going to do. You've learned from the Crazy Aquarium show that this house's aquarium holds the most delicious of fishes, the rare and delicious clownfish. We're going to ignore that they're poisonous for the point of this game. And you've decided that that is the grand prize. You were willing to eat all of the tropical fish, but that is the particularly primo most delicious of fishes. What is your plan? Are you going to just go directly to the house? Are you going to do some preparation? Are you going to get some stuff? What are you going to do?
Well, we should probably figure out how we're going to get in. Do we know much about the place?
I mean, do you want to do a little reconnaissance kitty cat mission where you skulk around and figure out what's up with this house?
Because I feel like we've seen the show enough to know the inside of the house, but probably the outside and getting in would probably be good to figure out.
Yeah.
Right. The show basically starts with them inside the house. So you don't know are there other houses around this house? Is this house on a big lot? Is this house on a small lot? It's a big house, and because you've watched the show, the room of the house the aquarium is in. But outside of that, you don't have a great idea of the floor plan of the house, or does the house have more than one door?
We should definitely scope it out.
Kitty cat reconnaissance mission?
Yep.
Kitty cat reconnaissance mission.
Are you all going in the kitty cat reconnaissance mission?
Celine Dion will accompany.
Beautiful.
I'll go.
You're all going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Zach, I think you're muted again. So you all make your little kitty cat way. Are you just walking to this house on your little kitty cat paws?
Clearly, I have obtained for myself a normal human skateboard that I can have 3 feet on and lazily propel myself with the 4th foot.
So are you normal human skateboarding next to the rest of your friends, but you're all kind of going the same speed because you are a cat on a skateboard?
Yes.
Okay. So Laszlo Daytona is on a skateboard. The rest of you are just walking on your kitty cat paws. You're feral kitty cats. You're probably used to walking.
I would be running. I forgot to mention I rolled and I'm kitten sized.
Oh,
So-
okay.
I have little legs.
You have little tiny legs. Plus,
You
you're like
probably
mostly
sit on the board.
floof. Okay. So Feline is running. Laszlo Daytona is skateboarding like a regular human. Are the other two of you just walking? Do you have some other sort of means of conveyance that you have picked up in your feral cat lifestyle?
I'm walking. These 4 paws are good enough for me. They carried me this far.
Yeah, that's all I need.
Okay. So you make your way to where you think this house is. And unfortunately, it would appear that this house is in a gated community because, of course, this house is in a gated community. How would you like to get into the gated community?
I mean, we are regular cats. We can slink underneath the bottom of the fancy metal fence, which is meant to keep out humans and not felines.
Okay.
And I'll just have to spend an extra minute, like, attempting to do a real cool move of, like, getting the skateboard going and then hopping so it rolls underneath the fence and I go through the bars.
Oh, okay. Would you like to... I feel like that is going to be a sass roll to see if you can successfully also get your skateboard through the gated community fence. I would say
I'm prepared to do this because I am often on my skateboard.
I think that's fair.
So I'm gonna roll my sass or higher, or no, my sass or lower.
You want to roll your sass or lower? And then tell me how many successes you get.
Well, I got 1 success.
Okay. So you managed to get your skateboard to like roll under the gated community fence. You leap through the fence. You land on the skateboard, but it's not quite entirely through the gated community fence. And so you land on it in such a way that it like torques the wheels of the skateboard. And so now your skateboard has one like wonky wheel. So it decidedly does not go as fast or as efficiently as it once did. But you made it through the fence with your skateboard. Are the rest of you just walking underneath this fence? You don't need to get through the fence in any sort of fancy fashion.
Correct. Don't need to show off at this point.
I mean,
Leon doesn't probably even need to duck.
yeah, I was gonna say,
just-
I think Prince and Grayscale like have to do a little like shimmy, but Feline literally just like walks under the fence because she's a tiny poofy kitten.
Yep.
So you have made it through the gated community fence. Well done. Are you heading kind of directly to where you think this house is? Just continuing on. Are you trying to be sneaky at all? Are you just kind of being like, we're just a group of cats doing cat stuff?
I feel like Cat's natural setting is to sneak a bit, stay to the edges,
Sure.
not directly out in the front.
Sure. So it's not like you're just 4 cats walking down the center of the street. You're being slightly like, maybe one of you is like in and like behind a bush. Like maybe one of you is sort of skulking around in and out of cars. So you're
Yeah. Formerly
being-
feral. Yeah.
okay. You're being relatively sneaky. You come up to the house that you are relatively certain is the house that was portrayed on Crazy Aquariums, your favorite television show about the aquariums of the rich and famous. And it is the house that the floor plan that I previously sent you is from. The Calusa whatever nightmare it was called, I don't even remember. This house is like stupid big and ostentatious, but it is all conveniently 1 story. It has kind of that like portico area in the front that leads up to the rest of the house. That's like that kind of like giant tile bricked area, whatever. And then there's like the front entry. There's the 2 garages onto either side of the house, because why only have 1 garage when you could have 2? It would also appear that there's a fair amount of surveillance equipment, because if you are somebody who, oh no, we lost Christ. If you are somebody who lives in a giant house in a gated community, you do not feel like that is a safe place to live.
Of course not.
Of course not.
I
So
mean, you're
you
in
have
a bunch of other gated houses. Probably other
exactly.
weirdos.
So there are a bunch of security cameras. There are security cameras on the entry door. There are security cameras on. Hello again. There are security cameras on the entry door. There are security cameras on each one of the garage doors. Are you guys trying to like skulk around to the back of the house at all?
Well, we do need an idea about how to get in. We should probably see which doors are more unguarded.
Okay. Are you going to skulk around the side of the house, the back of the house? Where are you going?
I would maybe start by sneaking around past the garage fountain and through to the back where the pool is.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go to the back of the house.
All right. So you're skulking down around like where the fountain and the nonsensical outdoor shower is. And these people have like decided that they are going to be like very about security. So pretty much any point at which there's like an entry into the house by a door, they have put a security camera. As you see that there are these security cameras, do you feel like you want to be more sneaky, or do you feel like you are just a cat doing cat stuff?
We should probably maintain sneak.
Okay. So you're not trying to just like pretend you are a regular old cat. You're still trying to be like evasive in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay. As you kind of make your way back around to like the pool area, like the minute that you kind of like step along like to where someone could see you from the back door, all of the lights in the pool area come on. Like some nice soft jazz ambient music starts. The lights in the pool go up. And you just hear this like really like kind of soft, soothing, robotic voice go, "Welcome to the pool area. The temperature of the pool is 78 degrees. What are you going to do with this information?"
Is there someone coming out, or is this triggered because we have approached?
This is triggered because you have approached.
Motion sensors.
What time of day is it?
What time of day would you have set out on your fish stealing skulking mission?
I feel like we'd want to get an early start, right?
I mean, that's when the market's open. That's when the the military surplus store is probably open, easy to get in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys are like setting out in the morning.
Yeah.
Are you setting out like crack of dawn in the morning? Are you setting out at like 8 or 9 in the morning? Like what time would you have
I mean,
made
we're
your
cats,
way?
but clearly crack of dawn.
Sure.
We're crepuscular.
You are crepuscular. That is fair. So we'll say that by the time you get here and you're like skulking around, it's probably like 6:30ish. If you headed out at the crack of dawn.
Well, it doesn't sound like we're getting in through the pool. Did we notice anybody using the outdoor shower
No.
as we went by it?
No. Nobody's in the outdoor shower at 6 a.m. for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't know.
Have we noticed any cat doors? Do they have their own cats? Or
You
other
have
animals?
not noticed any cat doors.
Okay.
Do they have an Amazon delivery?
I mean, would that be back by the pool area, or
No,
do you
I was
go
thinking
skulk
more. Did
around?
we notice one when we were at the front?
I do not think so, because Amazon, while they have gotten real crazy about how early they'll deliver things, it's not 6 a.m. yet.
We should probably check out behind the covered lanai to see if there's any open doors or windows.
Okay. So you're gonna like head back around the lanai and try to see if there's like an entrance like via the outdoor kitchen or like family room.
What do you guys think?
Perhaps
so.
some ill-advised ventilation that goes inside the house from the outdoor kitchen.
So you're
Like
going to see. Sure. So are you coming like through the covered lanai and like going through the outdoor kitchen and coming down along like the other side of the family room to where inexplicably the pool bath is?
Yes.
Spectacular. So as you come around through the outdoor kitchen, like the minute you walk into the outdoor kitchen, you like hear a flick and a whir and like the grill turns on. And you hear another soft voice that goes, "Welcome to the outdoor kitchen. I am preheating the grill to 475 degrees."
What a horrible idea a motion-activated grill is. But these people have every other terrible thing, so...
They do. It's a very modern house.
I mean, very handy for us if we decide to grill any of the fish before we head back.
Absolutely very handy for you.
Cats break into house, grill tropical fresh fish. That's funny.
So you have walked through the outdoor kitchen. You're coming up around the other side, like through like where the fourth bedroom is, that area. As you kind of like come around the corner and approach the fourth bedroom, you see that the lights in the fourth bedroom flick on. And you can start to see that there is like a teenage boy. He's probably like 15 or 16. And you can see him kind of like sort of rolling around and like getting out of bed and just kind of like putting on his like robe and starting like to get up and get ready for the day. Are you going to try to attract the boy's attention? Are you going to try to be really sneaky? Are you going to try to drop out of sight? What are you going to do with this information?
What do you guys think? Should we make our presence known to try to lure him out, or should we hide and observe?
We could use a charming distraction.
Ooh.
So maybe I should make myself visible and do a quick belly flop / roll to see if we can get him to open a door and come out through the pool door or the pool bath door.
So you're going to try to distract the teenage boy to come out to open the door. So while he is out, like paying attention to one of you, the rest of you can run in.
Either that, or we could start a fire with the motion-activated grill. That might draw some attention.
It might.
That's true.
We also might burn the house down, so I'd feel bad about that. But
would you?
I'd feel bad that the fish were destroyed in a fire.
But they're safely in water.
But, surrounded by house.
That may attract too much attention, though.
That may attract too much attention.
It might attract too much attention.
Grayscale the Pyromaniac's idea shot down.
For now.
So should I attempt to belly flop to attract this person?
I think so.
Do it.
Okay. So
All right.
Are you going to use your charm, I take it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you want to roll over your number. Do you feel like you were particularly prepared for this, or that you are an expert in this?
I'm an expert in this. I'm a market ambassador. It's my job.
That is fair. So I will say that you can have an extra d6 for being expert in being cute and rolling around.
So I'm rolling 3.
You're rolling 2.
2? Okay.
Yes.
I have a 6 and a 2.
Okay. And you are using charm, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is 1 success. So you are rolling around and being absolutely adorable. And the teenage boy, like, opens the door and just immediately starts yelling at you. The good news is he has opened the door. The bad news is he is not being particularly charming. So he is like literally kind of opening the door and just like yelling at the door and being like, "Get out of here, cat. We don't have a cat. You're not welcome here." So he's opening the door, but he's opening the door pretty quickly. So if you guys are going to try to like zoom in, are all of you going to try to zoom in? Are you going to kind of like hedge your bets and see how many of you can get in, and the other 2 of you are going to try to do something else? What you doing?
Who are our sass masters here?
Can I claw his legs?
You're just going to run up with your little kitten claws and be like, "Rah!"
Yeah.
Okay.
Because maybe he'll run away and leave the door open.
Maybe I'll run away. That's what I would do if a tiny kitten started clawing my legs as I open my door, is just leave my house and run away. Leave the door open. Okay. I assume that is a sass. I don't know that you're necessarily prepared. Would you consider yourself an expert in scratching the shit out of teenage boys?
I mean, I feel like kittens are experts in scratching in general.
That sure,
By
I'll give you
default.
that. I'll let you roll 2d6.
All right. I got a 5 and a 6.
A 5 and a 6, and you were trying to use sass, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scratch the hell out of him.
Well, you're using sass though, so you want to roll under your number, which is a 5.
Ooh.
Double fail on the scratch.
Double fail on the scratching. So you try to run up and scratch this teenage boy's legs. And this teenage boy is allergic to cats. So that is why he is like very anti this cat being in his yard. Now there is a cat like coming at him. So he kind of just like sort of not like punts you, but sort of like kicks you away with his foot and slams the door.
Does
Fail.
Celine Dion get a bonus for rolling exactly their number? Did you say you were a 5?
Oh, yes. Yes. You are a 5. So you do get a bonus. So you actually get a sassy charm. Right? Yes.
And that's a success.
And that's a success. So good catch on that. I forgot his number. I forgot about the rolling your number exactly part. So
Scratchy the third.
yes. So you actually get to ask me a question, and I will give you insight to what's going on here. So you can ask things like, what's the best way to do something? Where do they store something? What should I be on the lookout for? What else might you notice? Those sorts of questions. So use your question wisely.
What sort of security measures are around the fish.
Around the fish specifically?
Yeah.
I would say that because this is some sort of terrible smart house, that there is a system that is constantly monitoring like the temperature and the aeration and that sort of thing in the fish tank. So the fish tank is being monitored. These are valuable tropical fish, so I would imagine that we have kind of a ridiculous sort of like laser grid situation happening when there is not directly somebody who is like tending to the fish or watching the fish. It's kind of like when you like go away from your car and lock the door. It's like when you leave the room, you lock, like you put up the laser grid in the fish tank because it does have the most delicious and rare clownfish in it. So, you know, you got to keep that under lock and key.
Are you saying the red dots are conspiring to keep the fish away from us?
Indeed, they are.
That's why we have to chase them.
That is why you have to chase them. So you know that is the situation that you're going to have to contend to once you get to the fish tank.
Gotcha.
You saw this program, and while the rest of your friends were mostly focused on the fish tank, you were like, look at this man's sick ass fish security system, and then you did a bunch of Googling. with your little kitten paws on your little kitten laptop.
Oh my.
Nice.
Are you going to share that information with your friends?
Oh, 100%.
Beautiful. Okay.
And I'll say it in like military jargon. Because that's how I was raised.
Oh, that's right, because you're from the Army Surplus store. Makes sense.
So did I also succeed in scratching him now? Or is it just the bonus for the information and he still punted me?
A sassy charm is always a success. So you wind up scratching him, and because he is allergic to cats, he immediately like runs away to go take a Benadryl and leaves the door slightly ajar.
Nice.
Now's definitely our chance to get inside.
For sure.
Laszlo Daytona will saunter inside jauntily.
Of course. As he would. The rest of you were going inside?
Yes.
I would have left my skateboard with its wonky wheel by the garage.
I was about to ask, where's the skateboard?
You're going to go get that later?
Maybe. I might just get a new skateboard.
That's fair. So you have made your way into the doorway that opens into the pool bath. The teenage boy is in his private bathroom 4, looking for his like Benadryl and some Band-Aids. Where are you going to head from the pool bath?
Do we know where the aquarium is located?
The aquarium is located in the study.
Does the door to bedroom number 4 lock from the outside?
I mean, I don't think so.
A bit of a fire hazard, I think, if bedroom doors locked from the outside.
I don't know. Do these parents like their child?
Yeah, they just really hate this guy.
Is it a smart door?
I mean, the rest of everything in this house is smart, so it's probably a smart door.
Is there like a wire we can cut?
I mean, you could try. Do you want to see if you can find a wire?
What's everyone else think?
That's a great idea.
Laszlo will help you find a wire.
Okay.
Laszlo enjoys pulling out various wires and things, turning off the human devices.
Okay, so you are going
light
to
switches.
You are going to try to, in some way, trigger the door to bedroom 4 to like close and lock in such a way that like the teenage boy is just trapped in the bathroom 4 situation.
Yep.
Okay. Which one of you would like to look for said wire?
that charm or sass?
Charm is using
Um,
human devices.
Yeah.
So I will be charming. I'm an inventor.
Okay.
So I should be prepared, or I should be an expert at this, even though I'm not prepared.
I would say that's fair.
Oh, there's the dice I was using. Was Feline Dion assisting me?
I believe so.
So do you need to make that assist roll first
Yes.
before?
You do. If Feline Dion is assisting, you can say exactly how you want to assist. You can make a roll, and if you succeed, you give them plus 1d6 to their roll.
Oh, all right. I'm going to assist by saying that at the Army surplus store, I trained with the wire clippers on how to do proper claw form to snip them real good.
Okay, so you're trying to do a sass roll to like snip these wires. Is
Yeah.
your assistance? Okay.
No.
So you can make your roll first and see if you successfully assist.
4.
Okay. So you are doing a sass, and your number is 5, which you are under, so you're successful. So you manage to find and snip this wire perfectly.
Oh wow.
And our good friend Laszlo Daytona, you can give me a roll with an assist d6 to see if you are successfully figuring out how, now that this wire is cut, this door is locking.
Yes, and I need to roll my charmer higher because I'm using human things.
Yes.
I got 2 3s, which is my charm and sass, and a 4. So 3 successes, 2 of which are apparently sassy charm.
All right. So that is a critical success. So you managed to, with the help of Feline Dion, cut this wire. This door slams shut. The way that these doors are wired, when they shut not of their own volition, there is a magnet that triggers as like a kind of weird fire door situation. And this boy is successfully locked in his own bedroom bathroom situation. You did it.
This house is a safety nightmare.
I mean, you
Motion
drowned yourself in the pool.
Locking doors.
Maybe if there's a fire, all the doors will open and then they'll be fine.
Yeah,
Only one way to find out, says
That's right.
Grayscale.
It's a smart house, so probably not. It just is like the temperature in this house is 1,000 degrees.
Dress
Well,
light.
Well, it's on fire. This is really a cautionary tale about why we don't need smart houses.
It's true.
Okay. So, where are you going now that you have successfully corralled this poor child in his bedroom?
Well, we know the fish are in the study, so we may as well make our way through the kitchen.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh god, is this stove motion activated too?
Probably.
Oh, man.
This house
Hang
just
on,
wants
all
you
the
to be prepared for every convenience. Like, you don't need to lift a finger. The house will do it for you. So you're going to walk into the kitchen. Are you trying to be sneaky in the kitchen? Are you just strolling through the kitchen? What is your plan?
We don't know who else is home. We should probably do a little sneaking.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you sneaking? Are you getting low? Are you jumping up on the cabinets and trying to go high? What is your plan?
I feel like
the
jumping up high is kind of obvious, right?
Okay.
Do the cabinets go all the way up to the ceiling?
I'm gonna say no, because this is like a terrible McMansion kitchen, so it
Mhm.
has vaulted ceilings for no good reason in the kitchen. So you probably have some clearance between the top of the cabinet and the actual ceiling.
All right, I think I'll try to make my way up there.
Okay. I'm going to say that as a sass roll to see if you can get your little kitty butt up on the kitchen cabinets.
All right, excellent. I am tough. I don't know if that helps me get up there.
I don't think tough would help you.
All right, that's fair. I rolled a 4, which is my number.
All right. So you hop up on the top of the cabinets and you kind of just like do a very like graceful, beautiful kitty cat leap up there. What are the rest of you doing? Are you also trying to get on the cabinets? Are you trying to traverse this kitchen in a different fashion?
I think that Laszlo Daytona, regular cat, is
Regular
going
human
to
cat.
move through the kitchen. He knows enough about the human devices that there should be somewhere in a corner of this house some sort of big boxy thing full of wires that controls all of the other devices. So that is what Laszlo Daytona is sort of like sauntering about this house, attempting to find.
Okay. So you are going to go through the kitchen and head where exactly? Like, where is your next destination?
Towards the mud area garage, 2-car garage, to see if there is some sort of utility spot where the home control server is for the wire pulling.
All right. I am going to say, are you trying to be sneaky or you're just like making your way?
I'm just making my way.
Okay. I am going to say that you need to make a charm roll to see if you can use your knowledge of regular human beings to figure out where they might keep this smart house brain situation.
All right, so I'm going to roll 2 dice because I did take Inventor as my roll.
Okay.
I rolled a pair of 1s, both below my charm of 3.
Beautiful. So you walk through the kitchen, and as you kind of make your way...
That's backwards. I need to get over my charm.
Oh, because you're... Okay. So you have 2 failures, is what you're saying.
2 failures.
Okay. So
I'm distracted because Evie has my hand.
Aww. So you start to just kind of nonchalantly saunter through the kitchen, and the same terrible soothing voice comes on, and it says, "Good morning. Welcome to the kitchen. Would you like some music?" And it does not wait for you to answer, and it just starts playing some like god awful like 90s music that is not morning music, but it's just it's what the people that own this house have chosen.
Sade remixes.
I mean, probably, or like Kiss from a Rose. Like we're talking just not the song that is for 6:30 a.m. in the morning. And also, this noise has probably alerted someone that something is going on in the kitchen.
All right. We probably want a distraction.
What sort of distraction would you like?
Is there anything on top of the cabinets?
Oh, I imagine there's like some sort of terrible sign that says like wine time. And there's probably another terrible sign that, says something like, lick the bowl.
I think, Prince Scratchy, it's your job to start knocking over the word art.
Oh yeah, all of it.
All of it.
Every bit.
So you're just trying to cause a distraction in the room that you're in and then exit this room in the hope that that is going to be enough of a distraction to keep someone entertained.
Yep, we'll go maybe hide under the dinette or in the living room.
Okay, beautiful.
Let's see. So what do I get? 1 die or 2? Since I am tough.
I'll give you tough. I feel like if you are a tough kitty, you probably have a particular hatred for word art. So
let's see, and I want to roll under sass. I got a 5 and a 2, so that's 1 success.
That is 1 success. Okay, so you manage to knock down the wine time sign. And it clatters to the floor with a big crash. And this crash has alerted something in the next room of your presence. You're not sure what it is. It's making noise. Maybe it's a dog. Maybe it's some sort of other larger cat. You just don't quite know yet. But you know that something that is in the family room has been informed that there is something going on in the kitchen. And meanwhile, Kiss from a Rose remains blaring in the kitchen.
And I can't see it from my vantage point on top of the cabinets? You
cannot see it from your vantage point on top of the cabinets.
Okay.
What if one of us lures it into the pantry and shuts the door?
Oh, there you go.
You're going to try to lure whatever this creature is into the pantry and shut the door?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that?
Belly flop inside the pantry in view of this thing. I'm a charmer. I'm not a fighter.
Okay. So you are going to just charm whatever it is that is making these noises in the adjacent family room with your soft, soft kitty belly.
If I can.
Okay. I will make a charm roll for that.
Oh, that is a critical fail. 1 and a 2.
Thanks for letting me know.
Oh no! The smart house is in the room. Okay. So you roll over on your back and you're rolling around all cute. You're swishing your little tail. It's adorable. And unfortunately, this is the most appetizing thing that this creature could possibly think of. And it comes starting kind of trundling up towards you, but then it gains speed. And with the keen kitty senses of one of you, you see that this is not a dog. This is a honey badger.
Oh no.
What's a honey badger inside the house?
It's their pet honey badger. And one of you who is at a lower vantage point can see that the honey badger is wearing a little honey badger dog tag that just says his name, which is Bitcoin. Bitcoin the honey badger.
Oh.
What are you going to do as Bitcoin the honey badger, the house honey badger, starts running directly towards your sweet, sweet, fluffy belly?
This is me running away.
Okay.
Can I leap down from the top of the cabinets and try to
Are
land?
you trying to land on Bitcoin the honey badger?
Yeah, as they go
Okay.
into the pantry and hopefully knock them over, because I know they don't care and I can't hurt them.
It's true. That is the thing about honey badger. Honey badger don't care.
Yeah.
So you were going to simply just try to like flying tackle Bitcoin the honey badger.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say that you are not prepared for that because no one is ever prepared for a honey badger.
No.
I will give you tough because you are willing to land on top of honey badger.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see how sassy
right.
I can be. All right. So I have a 2 and a 4. So that is 2 successes, including
That is
a
2
crit
successes,
success.
including a crit success. Okay, so you managed to do a beautiful action hero style jump and land on top of Bitcoin the honey badger, who, while he doesn't care, also like does not care for this. So you land on Bitcoin the honey badger and he wheels around and starts thrashing, which gives your good friend Grayscale enough time to Tipsy Turtle flip back over from his rolling around on his back position. And are you gonna just like skedaddle, Grayscale?
Did we successfully lure him into the pantry?
He is not yet in the pantry. He is in the kitchen because he has been dropped upon by Prince Edward T. Scratchy III.
Are you gonna try and run into the pantry to lure him in there and then run out quickly so we can trap him in?
I mean, I can try. Let's see, Christy. But that's a sass roll, and I'm a charmer, so I've got one die here.
Weren't you
You
already
want
in
me?
the
I can
pantry
try.
with the rolling
He was
over?
in the pantry. Bitcoin was making his way to the pantry to eat Greg, but then Prince Edward T. Scratchy III dropped down from the cabinets on top of Bitcoin.
But is Grayscale still in the pantry?
I think so. I think he's flipped over, but I don't think he has successfully like skedaddled out of the pantry unless he has done that.
So would Laszlo and Feline Dion be prepared to do the same thing to the pantry door as we just did to the teenager store?
I mean, I would think that you probably have a sense of that's how the doors work in this house now. So I will say that if you want to do a similar thing where one of you rolls to assist and then the other one of you rolls to hack the door, we can do that.
Before we do that, I do have one question. What's across from the stove in the kitchen?
Across from
the
the
third
stove
sink?
in the kit, probably.
Like I'm
It's like an island sink. It looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It looks like one of those weird little like bar sinks, like a
prep sink.
I was
or
hoping
maybe it's like a pot
dishwasher
filler or something.
And I could like soap the floor to make it slippery.
I mean, I'd say there's probably a dishwasher in this kitchen somewhere, though Lord knows where in this floor plan. But we can say there's a dishwasher. Oh, I bet you it's actually next to the sink on the kitchen island. I bet you that's the dishwasher.
Mm.
So if you want to say there's a dishwasher, I will let you say there's a dishwasher. This is a ritzy house. It's got to have a dishwasher.
So what do we want to do? One cat's on top of the honey badger.
One cat's on top of the badger, yes.
One cat is just right side up at this point.
Well, I'm a little bit worried that if I lure the honey badger into that pantry, I'm going to get trapped in the pantry with it.
Are there shelves in the pantry?
I would imagine there are. Mm-hmm.
I would say so.
But I would still need to get out of the pantry if we're to get away with these fish.
Is there like an air vent at the top of like above the door to the pantry?
I mean, I think there's probably like one of those stupid like transom windows that you can like open. Like it doesn't open all the, like it opens like a third of the way so you could have ventilation into the pantry, but it's not actually like going to open up all the way. It would open wide enough for a skinny cat or a tiny kitten to get through.
I think I could make that.
You're feeling swole. You're feeling strong.
I am.
Okay.
So I can jump off of the honey badger and basically taunt him into following me, right?
I think you could, yes. So you're going to try to run into the pantry to taunt the honey badger, and then you are going to use the transom window to like get out of the pantry.
Yes, I will climb the shelves and then jump through the window there.
Well, I should probably get out of the pantry.
You should get out of the pantry, yes.
Hopefully he'll be focused on me.
Okay.
I am rolling, I guess, probably sass to get out.
I think so, yes.
I mean, that's a 5, so that's bad.
I mean, that's not ideal for you, no.
No.
So you are attempting to get out of the pantry, but you unfortunately are also like kind of shaken up because you almost got eaten by a honey badger. So you were like scrabbling about, like trying to get up and out of the pantry. And unfortunately, you managed to knock down like a Costco ass sized container of honey. So you have knocked down all of this honey, and now the floor is like a very sticky mess. So it's going to slow down any sort of like zoomies that you are using. And also may make it more difficult for you to get out of the pantry, for your friend to get into the pantry and back out of the pantry.
Damn it. I don't know. What should I do?
You're also very sticky now, and your little paws are sticky, and you don't like it. You're doing the like thing.
Well, I'm still going to need to escape, so I should probably roll again.
That makes sense. You're going to attempt this again.
This time, a 1.
Okay. So you manage to skedaddle out of the pantry. You are still sticky, and you still do not like it, and your tail is sticky, and it is the worst. But you are out of the pantry.
Hooray.
Laszlo Daytona, what are you doing amidst all of this honey badger honey chaos?
It seems to Laszlo that this is the perfect distraction while the honey badger's attention is elsewhere for Laszlo to continue his plan of slowly sauntering about the house looking for the server.
Okay. Where are you next trying to saunter to?
So I think I was in the kitchen and hadn't made it past the wet bar to the utility room, so that's where I'm headed to, the mud area utility room.
The mud area utility room. Oh, okay, gotcha. You're trying to go like through, are you trying to go like around the pantry past the wet bar?
I'll go past the pantry, through the wet bar, and then back towards that way.
Okay, so you are trying to like basically walk past the pantry and then come down like through the galley area in the wet bar and then turn like a hard right and go into the mud area utility area. Yes. Or hard left in that sense, I guess. Okay. Why don't you give me a charm roll as you continue to attempt to use your wily human senses to figure out where you're going in this house?
So I'm rolling 2 dice because I have the roll inventor.
Yep.
I got a 4 and a 5, which are both over my charm.
So, well done. You are just sauntering casually through this house. You saunter past the wet bar, and as you walk past the wet bar, the terrible robotic voice comes on, and it goes, "Martini, sir?" As you walk past. Are you just continuing on?
Yes.
Or are you going to have a cat martini?
I mean, I doubt that they have a tuna juice martini for me.
They probably don't. All right. So Laszlo is continuing on his way to the hopeful where the heart of this ridiculous nonsense is.
All right, so now I have to get up and out of the pantry, and we have to close that door.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's full of honey.
I mean, it will make it harder for the honey badger to get out, but it also probably makes it harder for Prince Scratchy to get out.
Probably.
Now I can leap over the honey onto the shelves, and then kind of get out that way, right?
Oh, good point.
I would say that the honey has not made the shelves sticky because
Okay.
Grayscale knocked it down onto the floor.
All right, but that's probably just one die roll since, well, I mean, we could say I'm a leapy cat. I don't know. It's up to you.
What kind of cat are you?
I am.
You're a little orange, short-haired cat. Oh yeah, you can leap.
All right.
You got the brain cell today.
That's what I posted on Facebook. It's like, I hope I have the brain cell. Oh, I got a 4 and a 6.
And you were trying to sass?
Yep.
Okay.
I am using athletics.
You're using athletics. So you get a 4 and a 6, which I believe one of those is your number, but one
Correct.
of those is noticeably over your number.
Yeah.
So we are going to say that you sort of like are running really hard. You are using all of your orange cat energy, and you manage to kind of like Tokyo drift into the pantry. So you kind of like get into the pantry. The honey badger chases you into the pantry, but as you're like Tokyo drifting and like hopping up on the shelf, you land a little too hard and you knock down the canister of flour. And so now both you and the honey badger are covered in flour and honey.
Oh. All right, that's not great. So I still need to get out.
You successfully like get in, you leap up, and so you are in position to get out next turn, as long as you don't fail spectacularly.
Perfect.
And Feline Dion is trying to shut the door.
Yeah, us can Feline Dion and Laszlo do our alley-oop.
Oh, I have gone on.
Laszlo has wandered
Oh,
off.
that's right. So it's just me.
I'm easily distracted.
So this would be a charm roll for me because it's a human thing.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, would it be 2 rolls? Sass to cut the wire and charm to lock it. Or is this just one where it's a pantry door so you can lock it?
I would say it's probably like a terrible smart pantry door because everything in this house is smart and terrible. So I will say that if you are doing it solo, it's going to take you 2 turns.
Okay. All right. And I'm not an expert on charm, but
No.
I might be prepared.
I think you would be prepared because this is a plan that you all kind of like came up with together until Laszlo fucked off into the garage. But
okay, and so for charm rolls, I need a 5 or a 6, right? Because that's my number.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
All right. Turn 1.
You're somehow not a very charming tiny kitten.
I got a 2 and a 5.
Okay, so I would argue neither of those are tragically over your number.
Oh, it doesn't matter if it's equal again?
I mean, it says over.
Okay.
It says equal or above. At least on the character
If you were
sheet,
using
it does.
charm, you want to roll over your number. If you were using sass, you want to roll under your number.
But then there's sassy charm.
Oh yeah, that's true. There is sassy charm, which I keep forgetting is a thing. So if you got your number,
It says it's always a success.
it's always a success. Okay, fair enough. So you manage to slam this door shut, trapping the honey badger and also your good friend Prince Edward T. Scratchy III inside. Your next turn, you can attempt to engage the lock on this door if you want.
I think I will wait to see if Prince Edward T. Scratchy III can get out of the window
That's
first.
very thoughtful of you.
Yes.
And I take it that that is what you are doing with your turn. Prince Edward T. Scratchy III is getting
Yes.
your honey and flower covered fuzzy little butt through the transom window.
Yes.
Okay.
Honey. I got a 3, which is not a success, but I also got a 4, which is my number.
Is your number. So you managed to leap up out the transom window. It's high up because it's above the pantry door. So you managed to like leap out in kind of this like flying leap and land on the island. So you are successfully out of the pantry.
Perfect.
Are you just taking a minute on the island to kind of like gain your bearings and lick your sticky paws?
Yeah, it's not.
Shake out some flour.
So we're just making a horrible mess in here, but they deserve it. It's fine.
Their house really has deserved it for a while. Meanwhile, Grayscale, where have you headed out of the pantry?
So I'm taking a sticky paws walk.
Okay.
Basically, just to look around the bar area to see what we can see, because that's next to the dinette and the living room, which is right next to the study. I am now looking around a little more cautiously, given the sudden appearance of a honey badger. So
That's fair.
what am I? What should I roll if I'm looking around to see?
I would say, what exactly are you trying to see? Are you just kind of trying to get a sense of like if there's another immediate threat in this home?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll call that charm because you're kind of sussing out like where the humans are, what the humans are doing.
Okie dokie. Oh, I got a 2 and a 2, so both of those are exactly my number.
Whoa! So you are taking a look around, trying to see if you can suss out what might be going on, if there are any other immediate threats in this home. Where are you standing? Are you still in the kitchen? Have you made your way outside of the kitchen? Where are you in?
Basically, I came out of the pantry. I'm now in between the dinette, the wet bar, and the kitchen.
Okay,
kind of looking into the living room and the foyer.
Sure. You're kind of just like taking the lay of the land in that particular area. Okay. So you are in a position where you do not feel that there are any other immediate threats. You can't see super far, but you can sort of see like the red glow of the laser grid around the fancy fish tank in the study. Like you don't see the fish tank, but you see the lights.
Well, thankfully we have a friend of ours covered in flour. We could probably use that to figure out where the laser grid is.
All right, what are the rest of you doing? Feline, are you going to try to lock this badger in this pantry?
I am.
Okay.
And that is same roll, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A 1 and a 2.
Okay, well, you attempt to lock the badger in the pantry. The badger is not a fan of this. You do not manage to successfully lock the badger in the pantry. The badger is actively trying to break through this door. So you have slammed the door shut. You have not managed to engage the magnetic lock on the door. So the badger could get out of this door, but it's going to take him a second. But I would argue that this has made this whole mission slightly more time sensitive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
So I feel like at this point we probably want to head to the study, and hopefully Laszlo will do his magic.
Yeah. Do we need to help Laszlo with the smart home disabling? Because I'm imagining that'll keep the door to the honey badger locked.
You certainly could.
Honey badger door.
Honey badger door.
What's behind the door number 2?
It's a honey badger, literally covered in honey. Laszlo, you are continuing to make your way towards mud area, utility area.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Why don't you give me another charm roll as you continue to saunter your butt in the little direction that you think the server for the smart house is?
I got a 1, but also a 3, which is my sassy charm.
Okay. You managed to make your way around the corner into the mudroom, which is just full of shoes and other nonsense. And you have a pretty good sense, given the like soft whir that you hear, that the smart house server is probably in that utility room. Meanwhile, what are the rest of you doing? Are you heading towards the study?
Yeah, I'm making my way to the study.
Same.
Same.
Feline? Same?
Yep, same.
Okay. Are you approaching cautiously? Are you feeling the need to be a little more time sensitive due to the badger in the kitchen situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried about that. Yes.
Second one. Really.
That seems like a justifiable thing to be worried.
I cut through the wet bar
Okay.
so I can avoid the living room to get to the study.
Okay. So you were all kind of like making your way towards the study, like around the wet bar or through the wet bar, and then you're kind of just cutting directly, like you're not messing with the dining room foyer, you're going directly to the door of the study.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. You make your way into the study, and as you enter the study, the lights in the study turn on, and you hear the terrible robot voice again, and it turns on, and it goes, "Welcome, Mr. Mursk. Your Tursla stock is up 17 points."
Oh no.
Ah, now we have to blow it up.
Yeah.
What you all gonna do in your study full of laser grids? And Elon Mursk.
Are the laser grids all over
Elon
the room?
Mursk, Tursla magnet.
Are they just around the fish tank or all over the study?
They're just around the fish tank.
Okay. So I want to see if I can find where like the fish food is, the little, scoopy thing to pick the fish up with and all that stuff. So
The net, the like little like net fish scoop thing.
Yes, that's the word I
Sure.
can think of.
You are trying to just kind of skulk around and see if you can figure out the most logical place for this to be.
Yeah.
We're gonna call that a charm roll.
All right. I got a 3. That's a success.
Ooh, that is a success. So you find that there is a little side table that has like all of the fish keeping supplies.
No, wait, I lied. Charm rolls are equal or above my number. My number's 4.
Oh, your number's 4. Okay.
I failed.
You failed. So you think you found where all of the fish supplies are in this side table. But as you are trying to use your little kitty paws and jimmy the door open, you knock over the very ostentatious and ornate glass lamp that is on this side table, and it makes a horrible crash.
No.
Oh no.
So now someone has definitely been alerted to not only has there been noise in the kitchen, but there has also now been noise in Mr. Mursk's office.
Hmm.
So there's a person heading our way,
Hypothetically, yes.
but we don't know from where.
You don't know from where. I mean, given the time of day, you don't know for sure how many other people are possibly in this house.
Maybe they wake up early and they're gone already.
That could be. I mean, you've also trapped Elon Musk's son in his bedroom, so presumably he's still in there.
Right.
Laszlo, how's that hacking coming?
Have I found a server yet?
You are in the utility room. You're in the mudroom, where you're adjacent enough to the utility room that I will say that you can make it into the utility room and you see the server, and it is just like the stupidest, like HAL 3000, like 2001: A Space Odyssey, like pillar with a glowing eye.
Of course.
How would you like to disable Elon Musk's smart house pillar?
Even though it's like looks nice from the outside, I'm sure that it is very janky, and if I like rear up and bump it enough, that the panel will fall off and I will be able to start unplugging wires.
So you're just going to like kind of get up on your back legs and try to like bap it?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and say that that is a sass roll as you are attempting to bap down.
But since I know human things well as an inventor, I'll get a second die, yes?
You will.
Cat hacking.
Well, I rolled a 1, which is under my sass, and a 5, which is over my sass. So I have 1 success.
You have 1 success. So you manage to like sort of knock this pillar thing over, but you don't manage to like break anything. You just sort of manage to knock it over. What is everybody else doing in Elon Musk's study with his delicious, delicious fish?
We should probably hide.
Yeah, that was my thought.
Okay. Where are you going to try to hide?
I'm going to hide under Elon Musk's desk.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to hide behind the open door.
Oh,
That's a
like
good
sneaky
plan.
little behind the door that's already open?
Actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and hide behind the door with Prince Scratchy because...
How about tiny little Feline? Where's Feline gonna hide?
Are the lasers above my head? Like, am I too short for the lasers?
I think the fish tank is probably up on like one of those weird like built-in platforms. So I would say the lasers are probably just like around the fish tank. So it's like if you come at the fish tank from the front or you come at the fish tank from the top, they will activate. But if you like walk up to the fish tank, they're not going to like immediately laser you.
Gotcha.
It's more like it's not so much a proximity thing as it's like a, you shouldn't be touching this thing.
All right. So not there. I'm real little.
You are real little.
Is there anything? What else is in the room that I could hide behind?
It's a study. So there's like a desk, a chair. There's probably various bookshelves. There's probably like a chair with a like overstuffed pillow.
Is the chair pushed into the desk?
I would say the office, like the desk chair is pushed into the desk. Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna get into the chair then.
You're just
So
gonna make a
so I'll be like
loaf, a
under.
little loaf on the chair.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You can all give me a charm roll to see if you have enough of a sense how to sneakily hide from a bunch of humans.
All right. Well, I rolled a 2, so that is not above. my
Okay.
number.
I also rolled a 1. So.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Oh boy. Okay.
We were not charming.
So the two of you that are hiding behind the door think you're hiding behind the door really well, but your tails are sticking out from underneath the door, so it's not really that helpful of a disguise. Celine, you have attempted to jump up on the chair, but your little kitten legs are just a little too short. So you tried to do a big jump and you didn't quite make it, and you kind of fell down and did that like roly-poly kitten thing, and then you just kind of were like fine and got under the desk. So, Laszlo, you are still in the utility room, and you're going to take your next turn to try to further disable this ridiculous laser grid situation.
Yes, now that it's on the side, do I see like a wire going into like either a power wire or a network wire going into this thing that I can pull? I'm just gonna start pulling wires, and or opening it up to pull wires.
This thing entirely runs on the cloud.
Right, but it has a power.
Yes, it has a
source
power
somewhere.
source. Yes.
That is what I will pull.
Okay. So you're going to just try to like pull the plug on this
Yes.
terrible smart house server. Okay. It is like one of those big multi-prong plug situations, so I'm going to need you to do a sass roll.
With a second die because I'm an inventor.
Indeed.
Well, I got 2 3s, which is my sassy charm.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay. So you manage to like pull the plug on this thing and rip this thing out of the wall. And as you do it, it does not immediately power down, but you pull the plug out and the terrible soft computer voice goes, auxiliary backup for 5 minutes. So you have 5 minutes of lasers left. Presumably, everybody else does not know that because you are the only one here. But in 5 minutes, you know that the lasers will power down and you can get your sweet, sweet fishy prize. So are you going to just take this information and zoom back and relay it to your friends?
I mean, Laszlo Daytona, regular cat, doesn't zoom unless he's on his skateboard. So I will
Sure.
saunter
Sure.
towards
I'm
the
sorry.
study.
Okay. So with no sense of urgency, you are heading back to the study to tell all of your friends.
Right,
about
we
Yeah.
have 5 minutes anyway. I don't
Okay.
need to hurry.
Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of you who are in various states of maybe hiding or not hiding super well in Elon Musk's office hear something approach, and it does not seem to sound like regular footsteps. They sound like someone is coming, but like it's not a normal human footstep pattern. And
boy.
all of a sudden, 3 like not terribly convincing human robots come in, and they're all Elon Musk's terrible human wife fembots. And they all come in and they all go, honey, what seems to be the problem at the same time?
Oh no.
How
Question
far
for
in
you.
the room are they?
They've like come in, like they are sort of just looking, like this is what they're programmed to do when there's like a disturbance in the office. They're like, we're gonna come in and see like what Elon's throwing a tantrum about at this particular moment in time.
And how many of them are there?
3.
Okay. Meta game question for you. If I
Okay.
donate enough money to make Zach meet his goal, can I, as the military surplus kitten, pull out an EMP grenade from my poof?
I mean, I think so.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Oh my.
Can I go in and delete some donations so that it ends up being more?
Hold on. I was going to give Zach $20 for his wonderful Taskmaster, so I will do that as well.
Oh man. Do it, do it, do it.
You can choose whether you do the calculation before or after, I suppose.
I'm gonna do it based on what it was before the game started.
Love it. Love it.
Wednesday, what are you trying to distract me from? How many cats are robbing my house right now?
All right, donation made.
Okay. So you are going to say that you have an EMP grenade in your tiny poof.
Yep.
That's why you're so poofy.
Yep, that's what I brought from the surplus store.
I imagine that's why all tiny cats are so poofy, is so they can have an EMP grenade in their fluff.
Mhm.
So you are going to just sort of like throw that flashbang style at
Yep.
the Elon My Fembots. Beautiful. Go ahead and do a... I feel like that's a sass roll because accuracy seems important.
Mm-hmm. All right, and I think I'm prepared because I have it, and I think I'm an expert in it because I'm a military kitten, so I think I get 3, right?
I think you do.
Okay.
I think you do.
I mean, military cats are probably experts in electronic warfare. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Why else do you hang out at the Army surplus store if not to learn such wild battle tactics?
All right, we got a 1, a 1, and a 4, which I think is 3 successes.
I
And the
think
one-
it is 3 successes because your number is 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you managed to, in one fluid action movie kitten motion, you like readjust your fluff, you like produce this EMP grenade, you sort of like just casually and expertly, accurately like bowl it towards these fembots. And I'm assuming that it's like a timed EMP grenade, so you all have like a second to sort of back off a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Because not that you're like electronic in any sense, but these guys are going to go down hard. So I want to just make sure you were not caught in the fray. So you guys all back off. You set off this grenade, and all of the terrible Elon Musk fembots just sort of like murmur, burp, 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 and like kind of all fall in like a crumpled pile together.
Oh my.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Does that also knock out the laser grid?
I think it probably does.
Okay. So
I
with,
think we can go with that.
with that happening, I will jump on top of the bots and then jump on top of the fish tank.
Sure.
Is the fish tank like in a bookcase, or is it on like a freestanding pedestal?
I think it's on like a platform pedestal. So it's like a big, long, like 6 foot long fish tank. And so it's just like freestanding on this like console table sort of thing.
Can I try to rock it back and forth and just knock it onto the ground?
Sure.
Oh my.
Just dump out all the fish.
Yeah, I did take the Fisher roll, but I think this is better. 1 die, 2.
I'd say this counts for tough because you're trying to use your tiny kitten strength to push over a big old fish tank.
Yes. All right, I got a 6, but I also got a 2.
Okay. So you are like sort of rocking this fish tank back and forth, like gaining momentum, trying really hard to get it to sort of tip over. And you don't quite get it to tip over, but you get like some of the fish to slosh out.
Okay.
Not the most delicious of clownfish. That one's hanging out under a rock at the bottom. But
Can I use my once per game?
grace point?
Yeah, for that.
Okay.
Like that 6 not
To
a
just
6.
say that you knock over the fish tank?
Mhm.
Sure. So you manage to tip over this fish tank and dump over all of the delicious fishes.
Perfect.
What are the rest of you doing? Laszlo, are you still just casually sauntering your way back to the fish tank?
When I hear the sound of the robots hitting the floor, I might move slightly faster in
Oh wow.
so that I do not miss out on some sort of delicious fishy treat.
All right. Are you guys going to sort of just try to eat these fish as fast as you can?
This seems
Or
like
you-
it might be a takeout situation, given that we have a honey badger countdown going on.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we have to get out of here.
So you're going to try to just like gather up the fish and figure out a way to like get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
So as you were having this conversation, you can like hear all of the smart house stuff power down. So like the doors and the windows are all accessible. The garage door would open. Like all of the like security measures in this house have seemingly been disabled by Laszlo Daytona's fantastic unplugging of the server.
There's
Are
a
you-
window in the study. I
Are
think
you all grabbing as many fish as you can hold? Is that the plan?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
How are you getting away? Are you going to try to just run? Are you going to try to get some sort of vehicle? Are you going to try to...
Is there a Tursla?
There's absolutely a Tursla.
Oh my
There's
god.
probably more than one Tursla.
There's even touch controls and self-driving on these things. Yes, let's steal a
Turslas were
Tesla.
made for cats to steal.
Perfect.
So are you all going to head into the garage and try to hijack Elon Musk's Tursla?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Go with the closer garage, not the one with the trash can storage.
Okay, sure.
And I'm just dragging one because I'm a small little kitten.
Which
Dragging it
fish
by the
did you
tail.
choose of all the fishes? Did they let you take the clownfish because of your EMP grenade?
Of course. Of
Oh,
course.
that's nice of them.
I think so.
Okay.
Those aren't poisonous, are they?
I mean, they are, but not for the purpose of this game. It's been
Okay, cool.
defanged,
Oh,
devenomed. I
amazing.
think they have.
Love it.
No, I think they're actually poisonous because they live in anemones. I
I
think
think-
that's the deal.
I think they're not poisonous, but they live in the anemones.
But they live in the anemone, yeah. So they're poisonous by association.
Mm.
So there's no anemones here. So this is a non-poisonous clownfish.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So you were all gathering up some fish, and you're all going to get in the Tursla. How are we powering the Tursla? Who is driving? Who is?
Well,
Give me your like raccoon in a trench coat situation of like driving this car.
You know he leaves his card in there because he's lazy.
Absolutely.
It's touchscreen, right? Like we should be able to figure this out with our paws.
Are you going to attempt to drive the Tursla? Are you going to like let the Tursla auto drive somewhere and just like figure it out when you get there? Or
If anyone has full self-driving enabled on their car, it is Elon. Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, yes. Not to be confused with anybody else. So you are all going to get in the grand flagship Tursla of Elon Musk.
It's
And
probably a
just
Cybertruck.
let it self-drive you somewhere.
And hope it doesn't explode.
Yes.
Hope there's not a sudden rainstorm. So
Laszlo Daytona is actually going to get. Clearly, this is the sort of man who would have a hoverboard in his garage, and Laszlo Daytona is going to take the hoverboard.
you're
And
gonna trust an Elon Musk hoverboard? That's
It just
bold.
needs. It just needs to get me out of the neighborhood.
It's just called a hoverboard.
So you're not getting in the vehicle, you're getting in just the hoverboard?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, great. The rest of you are getting in the Tursla.
Yes.
Okay. And you have decided you're going to just activate self-driving in the Tursla?
Yeah, then we'll turn it off eventually.
Yeah. Take us to the last location that it drove to.
I mean, Lord knows where that's going to go.
We can definitely jump out right as it gets past the gates.
Okay. So you're going to mostly just use it as like a way to nonchalantly leave the neighborhood.
Exactly.
I think we're gonna put it in whatever sport mode it is. Just flannel mode, whatever it's called.
Oh god. Okay. So you're mainly going to just use it to like get out of the gated community, and then you're going to just like take your fish and abandon the Tursla, and it's somebody else's problem. Okay, beautiful.
Yes.
All right. Please give me a charm roll to figure out if you can use the Tursla. And Laszlo, please give me a charm roll to figure out if you can use this hoverbird.
So are all three of us doing the charm roll? Because we're all batting at it with our paws.
I think you're all simultaneously starting to get this thing to work. So yeah.
Okay.
I got a 4 and a 1, so I got 1 success.
I got a 5.
I got a 1.
Yeah, I got a 2, so there's no success there.
I mean,
Okay. So you managed to get the Tursla to start. You managed to get the Tursla to start auto driving out of the garage. It like gets out of the garage and then just stops and goes, "Where would you like to go, Mr. Mursk?" Meanwhile, Laszlo is trying to get the hoverbird to work, and he is like on it, like rocking back and forth, like kicking furiously, but it is tragically not operated in the same way as a skateboard. Is Laszlo trying the hoverboard like continuously, or are you abandoning this plan and getting into the Tursla?
I mean, I think eventually, it might take me a little while, but eventually I'll just figure out that I just need to lean forward and it will move in that direction.
Okay, beautiful. Where are you telling the Tursla to go? Otherwise, it's not going to go anywhere.
Voice controlled, or can we swat at it again?
It's voice controlled.
Oh, okay.
There's not like a little keyboard on the dash.
I mean, if you want to bat at it, you probably could find one.
I mean, if we meow loud enough, we know that voice recognition is terrible.
Oh, that's true. We can just get something to happen.
So you're just going to try to figure out the word that you can meow that sounds the least like a meow and the most like a human voice. And what might that word be?
Work. I don't know. Simple one-word places that are programmed into maps.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to try to do work?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one of you, or all of you, are going to meow scream the word work at the Tursla in an attempt to get it to drive you somewhere?
Do we have a disadvantage if we all meow at once?
I mean, you do in the sense that if you all roll poorly.
Celine, you're the closest thing that we have to a hacker.
Okay. Am I really?
Laszlo's
I think
decided to go
Laszlo's
somewhere.
the closest thing that you have to a hacker, but he is trying to get the hoverboard to go somewhere.
I feel like I'm not the person because I'm almost maxed out on sass. Is it anyone with like a 4? Or...
Yep, I can give it a shot.
Okay, do it.
I got a 5.
Beautiful. So you're just gonna meow scream the word work at the Tursla. And the Tursla just goes, "Right away, Mr. Mursk," and you are on your way. So just very briefly, I would like you to give me like a couple sentence summary of what happens with you and your delicious fish. What you're doing with your little kitty cat life.
All right. Well, as soon as we get past the gates, Prince Edward T. Scratchy III will jump out of the vehicle because I can't assume it's going to be going very fast out of the gate.
Probably not.
Land on his little kitty paws that are still kind of sticky with honey and flour.
True.
He's super not happy about that, but he will take his prize home and then just kind of present it to his human mom, and then she will prepare it for him.
So nice.
Because he's that fancy.
He is very fancy. He's royalty.
Yes. She doesn't question how he got it, which is just par for the course.
Yeah, similarly, Grayscale makes a break for it as soon as the car's moving outside of the gated community. Makes his way back to the market. Nobody questions the fact that he has a fish. He often gets a fish, but they do wonder why he's covered in honey.
Laszlo. Oh, whichever.
I was going to let Celine Dion since they're part of the car.
Gotcha. Yes.
Feline Dion will get a little mixed up in the frunk on the way out of the turf
Sure.
spot,
Sure.
but eventually dismounts, swiftly consumes the fish without even like hesitating, makes it back to the military surplus store, and then we'll just maintain that they know nothing about the missing EMP grenade, despite what the owner will interrogate them about.
Perfect. And Laszlo, last but certainly not least, did you ever get the hoverboard to take you anywhere?
I mean, Laszlo has just got his fishy prize in his mouth. Probably just like slowly hoverboarding to the edge of the gated community, and then disappearing into the bushes before reappearing behind a new feral cat colony behind a dive bar with a wooden toothpick in his mouth inexplicably.
Perfect. Beautiful. This has
Well,
been
that was
Sashimi Kitties. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all for donating. It was fun. I have never got to run Sashimi Kitties before, and it was a blast. So I hope you guys all had a good time. Stick around. I know Nate is about to be in a game. I think everybody else here is probably done. Yes?
Mhm.
Okay. But watch, donate, continue. I know there'll be a wrap show after the 1 o'clock game, I believe. Okay. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching and for playing, and have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for running it.
Thanks,
A lot of fun.
thanks everyone for the donations. I hit my goal, so
Excellent.
Woo!
End stream. End stream. There we go. No? Yeah.